Hello beautiful people, welcome and welcome back to my channel. My name is Oluchi Imoh, and on this channel I share majorly cake business tips that will help you grow your cake business. Now today we'll be talking about something that is very interesting and something that is very important to bakers, and it is 5 fondant mistakes you're making. I know that a lot of us go through the motions. We have struggles, issues with our fondants when it comes to decorating with fondants or when it comes to working with fondant. Now if it is something you are interested in, I would advise or encourage you to please stick around as I'll be right back. You're welcome back. Now, the first mistake that you are making as a baker with your fondant is that you are obviously working with the wrong recipes. Now, this is something that I see that a lot of us do. We just get recipes from off the net. You jump on YouTube, there are so many recipes, and you pick these recipes and you keep trying and it's not working, forgetting that our weather conditions are different, our weather types are different, forgetting that our ingredients are different, forgetting that there are a lot of factors that you need to put into consideration before just taking any recipe off the net. So what do you do to solve this problem? I would advise you that you get one that works for you. Get a very good fondant recipe. Now there are people that have classes for fondant. I am one of them. I'll be having a fondant class next month by God's grace. Very affordable. If you want to learn how I make my fondant, then you want to sign up for that class. Trust me, it's going to be worth it. It doesn't sweat, it doesn't crack, it is very pliable, very stretchy, very friendly. So please look out for that class and sign up. Now, aside me, there are other people, yes, that do classes where they teach you how to make fondant that will work for you and wouldn't give you stress. You can invest in this. These classes are not expensive. No, they are not. You can invest in one of these classes and get yourself a good fondant recipe that you can work with, that would not give you headache, that will not give you stress. So please stop jumping on the net, stop jumping online and just picking random recipes from anywhere to work with. You're going to end up spending more resources, using more time than you ought to, instead of just getting something that works for you. So please consider investing in getting a good fondant recipe. It's good to be self-taught and there's nothing wrong with it, but it will help you if you can just get quicker, efficient ways of doing things to save you a lot of time, to save you a lot of stress and resources as well. All right. Number 2 mistake you're making is that your fondant is thin. Now, when I mean your fondant is thin, I mean when you are covering your fondant, it's not thick enough. So when you cover it, first of all, you make a mistake with your trimming. By the way, if you've not watched my trimming video, what's happening? I have resources on how to perfectly trim your cakes, both round and square, and you want to check them. I will drop the links down in my description box, as well as link it somewhere up my page, my channel now, and then you can click on it and watch. So you don't trim it well, and then when you don't trim, you have spaces in between your cake layers. Now you go ahead further to worsen the situation by covering with a thin fondant. I don't know why people cover with thin fondant. Maybe they're managing resources or something, or you just don't have the knowledge. And that is why I'm bringing this to you. Do not cover your fondant cakes with thin fondant. I mean thin. When I mean thin, I mean in the consistency. If you do that, your lines will be showing. You will not get a good finishing. Your fondant will be, dropping, dragging. It will just look all flabby. You know that look. Yes, I know you know that look because you struggle with it. So please stop covering with thin fondant. Ensure that you have it thick to some extent before using it to wrap your cake. Whether you're paneling or whether you're covering in full, it gives you a sweet finishing. So change from using thin fondants to cover your cake to using thick. When I mean thick, don't pack the entire fondant you have onto the cake, because to make your cake so weighty and heavy and everything, but try to use a moderate amount of thickness to help you achieve a fine and neat finishing. Okay, now these mistakes I'm talking about, they are even more than 5, but I'm just going to be bringing some to you today, and maybe I'll bring the remaining in another video. So another thing I see that bakers make is when you have rolled out your fondant, you don't smoothen it. Now the work of the smoother is just as the name implies, to smoothen your fondant. So when you roll out your fondant, you use that smoother to smoothen it. It's like when you're ironing your clothes, okay? You use it to smoothen your fondant. Go from right to left. Yes, this is right. No, this is left. Whatever, depending on how you're watching this video. So you just go from one side to the other. You smoothing, apply pressure, smoothing and smoothing. And for me, when I work with white fondants, I usually just with a bit of icing sugar, put icing sugar on it. I believe you must have seen this in one of my videos. I think the cake trimming the pillow cake video, please ensure you check it out. Yes, I mentioned it in that video, just to enable me get that good friction that when I smoothing out, I don't have any issues at all. My fondant is looking smooth, no creases, no rough looking fondant. It is really smooth and really nice when it comes to the finishing. So please use your smoothers, get good ones, and use to smoothing your fondant after you have rolled it out, before draping it over your cake or before wrapping it around your cake, whichever method you use for covering. Now the first mistake I see is this: you use dark colored fondants without firming it up. Whether you're using it to cover an entire cake or whether you're using it to make small fondant pieces, colors like red, royal blue, purple, and some other deep colors like that. Black, did I mention black? Oh, black is the king. When you work with this fondant, when you add colors to this fondant, you know that it tends to water down or bring down the intensity. When it comes to consistency, it becomes lighter. Yes, that's the word. It becomes lighter, it becomes messy, mushy, sticky. So what you need to do is to sprinkle a bit. Please mark my words, a bit of fondant. If you use too much, your fondant is going to turn into rock, okay, and you do not want that. So just sprinkle a little bit of fondant as you're working to enable you maintain a good consistency. Yes, it's white. When it's white, it's okay, the consistency is fine, but by the time you begin to add your red to get that deep shade that you want, it begins to become soft. Please sprinkle a little bit of CMC to help you firm up. If you add too much of CMC, not only will it make your fondant hard, it will begin to break, it will not be pliable anymore. So mind your use of CMC, but ensure that, so have a good fondant working experience. Firm it up, dark colors, firm it up with CMC before you use it. Now the fifth mistake is this: you're not working at the right room temperature. Do you know that if you're working with fondants, in a cool, very cool environment with your AC on makes the experience very, very easy, seamless, smooth, pleasurable, anything you just want to describe it as, but a very, very good experience. Unlike when it is hot and your table, you know, your hands are sweaty, the place is hot, your fondant is sticky. If you work in a hot environment, your fondant is going to be sticky. But try working in a cool environment. It's going to be very, very easy for you to work with, as long, that's the disclaimer, that's the catch, as long as you have the right fondant recipe. So try doing that. If you don't have the AC, you can have your fan on, or just try to work maybe in the early hours of the morning, something along those lines. Just try to make the situation work for you, basically. All right, so work in a very cool environment and you would enjoy working with fondant. Now I believe that these tips have been of great help to you, and it's going to help improve your fondant working experience or your use of fondant. Please do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Let me know what has been your issue with fondant, and let's talk in the comments. Do not forget to subscribe, like I said, to my channel. Kindly give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends in your cake communities. All right, please as well do not forget the classes that I talked about. I'm looking to do virtual classes, so it'll be me and you working, and I'll show you how to get it done. So if there are classes that you're interested in, please let me know in the comments below as well. Very affordable, trust me. I'm just going to make this open for bakers. It will be via the chosen platforms that would let you know, but please let me know, indicate your interest down below. Let me know what video you would like to see or what you would like to learn, and until I see you in the next video, stay happy, stay safe, and stay blessed.